Good everyone, over today's video. Today we have a sub request by Ali Emir, I hope I'm saying that right, for the IL-2M Type 3. Believe it or not, this is the only IL-2 I've never done a video on, which is surprising. You would have thought, given this thing flies like a Boris, because it's Boris the IL-2 is pretty much this with a different paint job. And I know Harry's probably going to say, Sin, it's not that, it is Boris, it is much better than his cousin Dimitri or something like that, I don't know. But yeah, this is the only IL-2 I've never done a video on. I've done a video on every other IL-2 except for this one. So when Ali Emir said, "Can I have an IL-2?" I was like, "Well, I've got the 37 coming up, so I'll put you down for this one because I've never done a video on it." And I really am not sure why. To be brutally honest, I mean it's one of my favorite ground pounders. Probably because I use the 1943 model so much because it can carry more rockets. I don't know. To be brutally honest, I wish I had the answer. But otherwise, it's pretty much familiar with all of our IL-2s. You just get the armor, which is ridiculous, and then you get a back gunner, which is quite useful. And given it's on my best crew, the gunner won't be sitting with his thumb up his ass and will actually try and shoot down planes if I'm not controlling him. Now, of course, it is still an IL-2, so we are going to be trying to do a bit of ground pounding. But of course, the main priority is probably going to be going fighter mode and hunting down some ground pounders of the enemy. And I certainly don't mind that, because, well, IL-2s have 23mm Doom Cannon, and the second they hit a target, they're pretty much going to be dead. Of course, we do have to be careful of up-tiers, people who actually have more than one brain cell, and anything Swedish, because they will gut us in the head on, but we'll also gut them. So let's get going and let's get a crack on. So again, it's one of those two sub requests in one day. The other one is going to be JDA's request. It's Arkansas. We just call him Arkan because it's easier. Um, his request for the Starling Cane will be later today, and Robert Grace requested the Hampton. That will be another day. So don't worry, your requests are on the way, lads. Right, well, we got Poland, not particularly a great map for an IL-2 because of all these fucking ground targets, but I suppose we could climb and just see what happens. I mean, I'm more than up for trying something like that. It's certainly not what I would advise playing the IL-2 as, but you can get away with it if you know what you're doing. Okay, Mozzie. Got a Peshka there. Looks like 3.7. Okay, let's get climbing. So typically I climb at about 10 degrees just in an IL-2 because it's good enough to get 10 degrees. Of course we do have a couple of bombers and we have a Dornier 217. Which model's that? That's the N1. Oh god, we'll have to do that eventually in the Forgotten Vehicles series. Not looking forward to it is all I'll say. So I have been getting a buttload of requests lately, so if your requests are a little delayed, I do apologise for that, but I've been getting buttloads, and obviously with me doing only 3 days a week uploads, it is quite hard to keep on top of, and most importantly, I've had to master Tetris when it comes to the schedule for everything. But I hope everything is, shall we say, working smoothly, and most importantly, I hope you're enjoying what Tetris I have to do to make sure that at least you're not waiting months and months and months just for sub requests. So 10 degree climb, we are maintaining it rather nicely. Mosquito, well, we've got two mosquitoes. They're charging in, that's fine. P3 is also charging in. We've got a Porky's back there and an ITP. So we've not got a bad team composition. The problem is the bombers. I mean, we've got a DB3. That's all I really need to say. The BV will do some decent gun shipping. If that's is it D5? Yes it is, and he's got the pods. This should be pretty open and shut, I think. Okay, Peshka just bombed that pillbox down there. And now they're starting to clean up, so that's good. We can use them as bait. Oh, Pete's brought his buddies again. Thanks, Pete. mean, it could be worse. I don't see any dots low altitude yet, which is unusual because normally there is on this map. And I don't know why, but at least we've got a good bit of altitude to use for later. I'm going to let off the WEP because you can't indefinitely WEP IL-2s anymore, which really sucks. For those that are wondering about belt 7.62 is, I believe, set to tracer? Yes, it is. Armored targets, and that's key 96. Armored targets on the 23s, gun split 600 meters convergence. That's what I typically run. Car 96, that's going to be a big problem. And so is that. I think at this point I might just go down and get some ground targets, because I'm not dealing with any of that shit. Yeah, let's head down. See if we can't get ourselves some ground targets. Because I don't think we're going to be able to go fighter mode, because the enemy team appears to have brought some brain cells today. And I'm not messing with that. Okay, 202's there. Don't know what the Mosquito's doing, but that's fine. I know some people are probably going to ask, why do I run 600 convergence on an IL-2? Pretty simple answer, because then you can do shit like that at long distance. Oh! That was close. Okay, we've got an F4F coming in over there, that's fine. I hate how we're picking the same targets here, but that's fine. Yeah, they don't appear to be going for us yet. We might be able to just win the match by doing this. Unless IL-2s secretly have some sort of stealth technology, I don't know how they don't know we're here. Now we can pop the medium tanks, but I'm not going to waste my ammo on that. There we go. They just really don't care about us right now. Ah. How about a bad angle to pen a medium tank on this map? So look, now they're realising. Now they've realised they're ballsed up. There we go. They still ain't coming down for us, which is strange. Did they just want to lose? I mean, I'm not going to complain, but... Frickin' hell. I mean, they clearly don't care, but... Oh well. Most of our fighters aren't really in position to engage them anyway. There we go. Should only need one more. Two more, but I don't know if I'll have the ammo for that. Yep, here it comes now. Here they come now. They've finally realised. You would have thought these lot would have the intelligence, but they seem to don't. Or they don't seem to have it. Yeah, I'll take it. It's better than nothing, I suppose. Lining up the medium tank. That somehow didn't kill it, but okay. And here comes the MB157, who's finally grown a brain. Killing me is not going to make much of a difference considering your tickets right now, buddy. Come on. Come on down. Please, do approach from that angle. Oh, never mind. You don't even get a chance. My gunnery was horrible there. That I will admit. Well, that was rather disappointing. I can't say I was expecting to win a match that quickly and not really get anything to do. So, for that case, I'm going to go into another match because that was rather So was it disappointing? I was expecting some enemy ground pounders. I want some air kills. But even so, I'll see you all in match 2. Welcome to match 2. We got City this time, and hopefully we actually get something more than just, well, ground kills. Because that was rather boring, that previous match. That I will say. It's unusual though, because normally you do get 1 or 2 ground pounders, but that game they didn't have any. And it only took Corporal Dumbass until the end of the match to realise, oh wait, I might want to knock these IL-2s out. But oh well. Okay, what BR we got? 3.7 again, I'll take it. 10-degree climb. Now this is a map that tends to fuck up my FPS, so... In fact, it fucks up a lot of people's FPS, so if you do expect some... Well, if you do see some frame rate drops in the video, I am terribly sorry for that, but that is just how this map is. It causes my frame rate to drop. I-301. That's rare. Interesting. Don't see those very often. Yeah, this is one of the like 2 maps that really drop my FPS. So, if you do see some stuttering in the video, I'm terribly sorry, but that is on Gaijin's end causing it. Because my recording software, the problem is with it is that it requires quite a bit of power in your system, and essentially, because I use OBS for anyone that's curious, because obviously it has to record the game and my processor has to both go through the game itself, it puts a lot more pressure on the CPU itself. And as a result, because of Gaijin's crap modeling and game design, it causes frame rate drops like you wouldn't believe. I mean, right now it's at a steady 137 FPS, which is pretty okay. But it can drop to as low as 80, sometimes even 40 on this map, so yeah, prepare for some terrible frame rate drops. So again, we're repeating the same strategy, obviously climbing up to potentially engage some low altitude targets just to get some altitude on them. So we've got a bomber over here, we might go for that. Those are bots, by the way, if you've not been on this map yet, so we're not going to worry about those. Yep, FPS is starting to drop. I'm already worried. Oh boy. I don't like this map, it is a horrible map. You have to deal with all the skyscrapers, you have to deal with all the horrible collision, you have to deal with the FPS drops, it's a horrible map. Okay, what have we got over here? Who are we fighting first? Americans, Brits, Italians and Swedish. Oh, that's a Boo fighter, okay. So in order for him to do that, that must be a Mark 10. Thought he was army up then. Nope, he's doing what can only be described as a dumbass maneuver because he thinks he can shoot up a base. Sure, you can kill the AAA, but that is really not going to benefit your team. I mean, we could go for him, but I don't know yet. What about him? What's he doing? Fuck it, let's go for him. What's the worst that can happen? YP38, okay, not worried about that. I'm just watching my FPS as I go down here. Come here, Mr. Boo. We're about to send you back to Monsters Inc. So my phone sent me a text then. Well, I just got a text right as I got that shot off. So I was looking at my phone, wondering what it was, while shooting. So I probably should have missed there, but I didn't. Somehow. Oh god, my FPS is starting to drop. Yeah, we'll go for a bot. Why not? There we go. Yep, it's dropping. So as I said, if you see any frame rate drops, I'm terribly sorry, but that is just how this map is. And because I record at 60 FPS, it's even harder. Oh, there's one there. Go for that one. There we go. Toasty. Nice one. Oh, Jesus, that was a big one. Yep, that was a big drop. I felt that. Jesus. That's that one destroyed? Yeah, I'm really not happy with this map, as you can probably tell, because it is horrible. It is horrible. What's he doing? YP38 is pretty damaged, but I might pull up for him. I'll take a crack at it, why not? Go then, kid. Bye-bye. He won't be happy about that, will he? Oh, shit! No! Please no! Oh, I needed that. I couldn't dodge him in time, I was out of airspeed. Oh well. That's gonna leave a mark. Well, I think that's more than a fair conclusion for today. Well, that certainly could have gone a bit better, but to be fair, given the massive frame rate drops that was happening during that match, there's not really much you can do about it. But hopefully, if that doesn't look too shit, that will not be mostly edited out. So hopefully, you had a good second match. Anyway, I'd like to thank you all for watching today's video. Obviously, later on, we all have the Starling Cane from JDA, aka Ark&Seal. So, if this video is shorter than usual, because I had to cut out parts where it just stuttered massively, that'll obviously make up for that. But anyway, I'll see you all on the next one.